You know that new year, new me feeling, right? We all get it. But let's be real. Ambition without a plan is, well, it's just a wish. So what if you had an actual blueprint for success? Well, today we're breaking down Dr. Christian Anishi's 7-day checklist to turn all that incredible energy into a real, functioning business.
And this quote just cuts right to the chase, doesn't it? Dr. Anis is basically telling us that hope is not a strategy. You can't just wish it into existence. You've got to have a structured, day-by-day plan to build something that actually lasts. So let's dive into that blueprint. First things first. We are building the house of your success, and you absolutely cannot build on sand. So days 1 and 4 are all about laying a rock-solid foundation. And now I know, it's not the sexiest part of entrepreneurship, but trust me, it is completely non-negotiable.
And here's why that foundation matters so much. This isn't just about you being organized for your own sake. It's about building a business that the outside world takes seriously. When banks, when vendors, when potential partners look you up, they need to see a credible, verifiable structure from day one.
So one of the first big questions you're going to face is sole proprietor or LLC. And here's the thing. Dr. Arnis says business is all about layers. You don't have to jump straight into an LLC. It's totally fine to start as a sole proprietor. The main difference? That LLC creates what's called a veil of protection between your business debts and your personal assets, like your house and your car. You can always layer up to an LLC later on.
So here's the game plan, and the order is everything. Step 1, you set up your business entity and get a separate business bank account. Do not mix your money. Step 2, you get organized. Create a master file for all the important stuff, your EIN, which is like a social security number for your business, contracts, all of it. And then and only then do you even think about launching marketing campaigns. The takeaway is simple. Structure comes before strategy, always.
Okay, so the external structure is getting built, but what about the internal engine that's going to drive this whole thing? That's what day 2 is all about. It's about getting your mind right and your vision crystal clear before you start executing.
And that means it is time for a serious mental cleanup. You have to get ruthless about identifying and eliminating what's holding you back. Dr. Anis points to 2 of the biggest thieves of success in our modern world: endlessly scrolling social media and comparing your behind-the-scenes journey to someone else's highlight reel. This day is all about focus.
And you know, with that focus comes a hard truth. This journey, it can be pretty isolating. You have to prepare yourself for the fact that leadership often comes with loneliness. And here's the kicker. Your biggest supporters, the people cheering you on the loudest, will often be total strangers, not always the friends and family you expect.
So this is where we have to go deeper than just a pretty vision board. You want a G-Wagon? Awesome. But do you know what that G-Wagon really costs? We're talking a potential $3,000 monthly payment, maybe $600 for insurance. Understanding the real-world cost and the commitment behind your goals, that's what separates a daydream from an actual plan.
Okay, foundation is solid, mindset is locked in. Now we need the fuel to make this thing go. We need capital. Days 3 and 5 are all about money, and it all starts with mastering your personal financial health, because that is the key that unlocks opportunities for your business. The mantra for this section is simple. Credit is queen. And the very first step before you do anything else is you have to face your numbers. No more ignoring them, no more hiding. It's time to pull all 3 of your credit reports from TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian and get a clear, unfiltered look at exactly where you stand.
So when you're looking at those reports, what's the biggest lever you can actually pull to make a change? Well, look at this. A whopping 35% of your entire score comes down to something called credit utilization. That's how much of your available credit you're using. And here's a major pro tip. If you can get your credit card balances under 15% utilization, you can see an almost immediate boost to your score. It's a game changer.
So what's the magic number we're aiming for? It's 720. That's the goal. According to Dr. Anis, a 720 credit score opens the exact same doors to funding and financial leverage as a score of 800 or even higher. Anything above 720 is, in her words, just bragging rights. The real goal is 720. And that strong personal credit score is your golden ticket to the next step, business credit positioning. See, when you have a solid personal score, you can act as a personal guarantor for your business. And what that does is it opens up an absolute abundance of funding. It really does all start with you. All right, let's bring this all home. We've done the foundational work, the mental work, the financial work. Now, in the final 2 days, we get to the really exciting part. Activating your very first stream of income. This is where all that preparation finally meets monetization.
Day 6 is about leveraging what might be your single biggest asset, your email list. Seriously, think of it as a gold mine. But the gold isn't just going to jump out. The first step to monetizing is to clean it up. Get rid of inactive contacts. Segment people by their interests. You're turning a cold list into warm, valuable connections. This is literally where the money is.
And for launch day, day 7, the formula is just beautifully simple. It's the rule of 1. Choose one offer. Don't try to sell 10 different things at once. Match that one offer to one specific audience segment from your list. Then launch one simple funnel, like a basic landing page to drive the action. Focus is your superpower here.
And this might be the most important piece of advice for this entire week, especially for all you perfectionists out there. Do not wait for everything to be perfect. That analysis paralysis thing is very, very real. The key is just to launch. Get it out there. Momentum and income will follow that action.
So there you have it, a clear, actionable 7-day blueprint to get your business off the ground and moving. All the pieces are on the board. They're all laid out for you. So the only question that's left is the one you see on your screen. Your first week's blueprint is ready? What will you build?